Is it a tab? Is it a laptop? I have the Acer Alpha Switch 12 with me. It's currently hooked up to this monitor. This is what we're going to review today. There. We're going to have a look at this laptop, and if you watch this video till the end, I'm going to give you guys one extra hack for the people in India on how you can get a specific configuration of this laptop at a very cheap price. So as you know, this style of laptops was actually invented or started with the Microsoft Surface Pro, and they actually came up with the concept of having a tab with a detachable keyboard that you could use. And they are still selling these laptops today, but the problem is that these laptops are really very expensive, and if you go to buy one, it will break your bank. I mean, you have to pay a bomb for the tab, and sometimes you have to pay extra for the keyboard, and sometimes they even charge you more for the stylus. So I don't know, it's not worth it. Let's just see how this laptop fares against that. So first, just let's look at the laptop from an external point of view and just get a look and feel of it. Um, on the back, it has a plastic. It's got a plastic material, but really it looks like metal, and you really need to kind of examine it closely to figure out that hey, this is not actually metal, but this is plastic. So it's a nice build. It's got a good build quality. So I used to think that Acer was a company that kind of compromises with the build quality, but after I bought this laptop, it has proved me wrong, you know. So I always thought that the Dells and the Lenovo's would always have a far superior quality, but this is fine. This is just perfect. I couldn't ask for more. So this is the back side of it. It has a camera over here, and it has the stand that you can raise. So basically you can use it as a laptop, which is like this, or if you wanted to bend even further, you can go all the way back here. So it doesn't go completely flat, so I don't know why anyone would want their laptop to go completely flat, but just so you know, it's not that flexible. It doesn't go 180 degrees. So it has the USB 3 port over here. It has a USB Type C port over here. It has the aux cable over here, and this is the power input. This is where you plug the adapter in, and yep. On this side you can see that it has, this is basically the power button. This is the volume button, and this is, I think, when you're in the tab mode, you can use this like a home button, although honestly I've not used this button that much, so I can't tell you much about it. And that is about it. You know, there is one port that is hidden. If you see, it's right here. So this is this. So yeah, it's hidden over here. It's the micro SD port. So you actually put in the micro SD and you get some extra storage with you. So that's great. And the thing is that it's hidden, so you can't see it if you have closed this stand this way. And I'm not sure. Yeah, so I think once the SD card goes inside, you know, you could close it without any problem. And just keep that in mind when if you purchase one. The display is fantastic. I mean, no complaints there. The display is easily like 8.5 out of 10 for me. You know, it's just really amazing. The touch is very responsive. Like, you know, it's perfectly. I can actually, if I just take out this keyboard and I, you know, just kind of use this as a tab, I can use it as a tab without any issues. Like, I will not face any problems at all. It's so perfectly responsive, I would say, you know. So just, if I'm just going to kind of go on to Google, it's great for watching videos. And so you can see it now without the night light on. And just wanted to play some video for you. So and ensure that there is no obstruction from the device. I can plug it anywhere in the room. And now just looking at this keypad, right? So this keypad is also, I think it's nice and clicky. I was actually surprised that it's a good keypad to work on. You know, it's very responsive and it has nice and clickable keys. Although it's a little bit compact, so that is the only kind of drawback that I feel, that, you know, if I'm actually working or coding or writing for long periods of time, I might find it a little bit annoying to kind of type on this. But it's really fun, you know, to kind of do your social media or a little bit of updates on Word files and Excel files and anything like that. So I think that's what this keypad was kind of designed for, and it does that so well. Liquid loop, yeah. So it doesn't have any fan. That's the great thing about this laptop. It doesn't have any fan. It doesn't make any noise, and it uses some kind of a liquid technology to manage the cooling for the laptop. I don't know how it works, and I don't care, but it works fine. The laptop doesn't heat up too much. It's silent, it's quiet, and it's great. So it's a totally great feature for me. Right. So the next thing is the trackpad. So the trackpad is a little bit of a letdown. I would say that, you know, it does the work. It does the work, but it just somehow doesn't feel that responsive. So the trackpad, I would probably give it like a 6 out of a 10, you know, because it's good. It's good, but it lacks that kind of that finish that you would get from a premium laptop, like say a MacBook Pro, or, you know, one of the expensive brands. I don't mind using this trackpad for a few, you know, for a few hours to get my basic work done. Yeah, so this is just to show you a sample of the sound. The sound is not it's not a very loud sound. I would say it is slightly better sound that you would get from any normal tab in that sense, but it's not that great. For sound, I would probably just give it 5 out of 10, because it could do better, because there's no bass, and it's audible. There's no problem with hearing. The volume is pretty good, although the volume also would be a problem if you were in a public place, but indoors there's no issues with the volume. So it also has a camera in the front that you can use, you know, for your Skype calls and stuff like that. But the disappointing thing is that somehow Windows 10 doesn't work well with this camera, in the sense that, you know, you can't use Windows Hello with this camera. So what Windows Hello does is that basically you simply tap the screen and you look at it, and using the camera it will unlock the laptop for you. So that doesn't happen, but otherwise it's perfect for Skype calls. It's not a great camera. You can see you can see the camera. This is actually indoor light, so it's not that clear. It's not one of the best cameras, but hey, this is what you get. And let's just see how it is. How is the rear camera, right? So I switch, and the rear camera seems a little bit better, but again, it's I don't know why anyone would use a camera in their laptop or tab that much anyways. Again, you see that after I've detached the keyboard, it has automatically sensed that it is in a tablet mode, and it is showing me the keyboard, the on-screen keyboard, which is great. I don't have to kind of tap every time I need the keyboard. So it's smart in that sense. It knows when it's in the tablet mode and when it's in the laptop mode. The thing is that the way that Stylus was implemented was not that great. So basically, the Stylus was kind of, this patch, it was there was a kind of a loop for the Stylus to go in, and that loop was attached over here. It was just like a cloth or a plastic material there. So that was kind of flimsy, and ultimately it did break, so it did come out, and I don't have the stylus with me right now. I seem to have lost it or misplaced it, but just take my word for it. It's a good touchscreen. It's a good stylus experience. I can show you a little bit. Yeah, so this is the sketch pad, and this is some I don't know, probably a 2-year-old could draw better than this. Yeah. Get rid of this. Delete. It's great for sketching. I don't know many people who use it for sketching and stuff like that, but it's good for kind of highlighting stuff and taking screenshots and that kind of stuff. If I do get the stylus, I will add that to this video later on. So now the time that most people would be waiting for is the specs. So yep, the one that I have right now, this is an 8 GB RAM. It has an i5, Intel i5, generation 6 Intel i5 processor, but you would get this in different processors. If you want, you can go in for the i7, and I think they would even have the i3 version, and maybe an even more cheaper one with probably a Core M processor or something like that. But I think I kind of feel that this specs kind of works for me the best. I use an i5 processor, and I do literally everything with it, video editing, and it doesn't give me much of a problem. 250 GB SSD memory. So, if you have an i5 coupled with an SSD memory, nothing like it. That, the speed is just amazing. So let me just show you guys just the average restart time, or, the shutdown to reboot time, just so that you get an idea of how quick it is. Just remember that SSD matters big time, and an i5 is great. Even better if you can afford an i7, and if you're sure you need one, go and get it. But for me, i5 works great. And just to restart and just show you guys how quick it is. All right, so you guys saw, how quickly it booted, and that's the advantage of having an SSD hard disk, I think. So if you want to purchase this laptop, check out the link, below. I'm linking to Amazon so that you can see the latest prices. Check out the different configurations, i5, i7. So here I can see that I have a Core i7 with an 8 GB RAM and 256 GB SSD for 83,000. So it's a little bit steep, but you're getting an i7. Right. So for the people in India, you might not be able to find an i5 variant of the laptop with the 256 GB SSD, which I think is the best configuration, and it's affordable and it's just amazing. i7 with an 8 GB RAM and 256 GB SSD for 83,000. So it's a little bit steep, but you're getting an i7. Generally, we are not able to find that configuration over here in India. So one easy hack for you people is that you can just go to the main US Amazon store, and now we have this global store option available at Amazon. So you get so many configurations, for the Acer Switch 12, which is not available for us. We get it in the Amazon USA website. And the good thing is that they do ship it to India as well. So this one, which I have with me right now, basically this laptop was a one that I have called from the USA, because I wasn't getting this configuration in India, and I ordered it from the global store, and I had to pay a little bit of tax and some duty price, but even with the tax and the duty that I paid, it still turned out to be way more reasonable than me buying any other i5 with a 256 GB SSD of any other model. So I do suggest you use this hack. Go on to the Amazon global store, check out for an i5 256 GB SSD laptop, and it would be shipped to you in just a few days. Pay the shipping charge, pay the custom charge. It still turns out to be cheaper than buying a laptop in India. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a link in the description, for the different laptops that you can buy with the different configurations, and I'm also going to put in this global store link, so do check it out.